Welcome everyone. So, the lecture content is the nitrogen chemistry, nitrogen fixation and nitrogen cycle. We all know nitrogen. Nitrogen is present, we know, at the earth's surface almost entirely as gaseous diatomic molecule. Now, the question is whether nitrogen, we know that nitrogen is a very inert gas, and the question is that whether the nitrogen and nitrogen, the bond is single bond, double bond or triple bond. Actually, the nitrogen bond is a triple bond, and many people call nitrogen as just nitrogen, but this should be called, most appropriately this should be called as dinitrogen. We all know that it is a very stable molecule and the energy of dissociation is very high, 945 kilojoule per mole. It is the largest of any diatomic molecule except carbon monoxide. That means it is a very stable molecule and inert molecule. Because of this inertness, it does not react very easily. We sometimes use the nitrogen atmosphere in many reactions to keep the atmosphere very inert, and sometimes we mix nitrogen to dilute the oxygen. We mix the nitrogen in the gas cylinder, oxygen cylinder, which is used by the divers, and we know that usually when I ask to the students that can you tell me that whether nitrogen is more soluble in water or oxygen is more soluble in water, in 99% cases I get the answer that oxygen is more soluble, but actually nitrogen is more soluble than oxygen in water. We know that with temperature the solubility varies. So, we know that oxygen at 0 degree centigrade the solubility is around 14 milligram per liter, but if we see the solubility of nitrogen at that temperature, we will see it is around 20 to 23 milligram per liter. So, it is quite high compared to oxygen. But most important thing is that we do not need the molecular nitrogen, but we need the compounds of nitrogen. You see the plants they take up nitrogen. We need nitrogen very much for our biological systems, and say for example amino acids, proteins, DNAs, urea, everywhere we see nitrogen is present. But if we see in what form nitrogen is present, then we will see that nitrogen is present in combined state. It is not present as just nitrogen, that means 0 state. It is not present in 0 state, it is present in some other forms, that is combined forms, and the formation of such compounds is referred to nitrogen fixation. We know oxygen fixation, we have seen those who are from environmental engineering background or environmental chemistry background, we all know that when we determine the dissolved oxygen DO, then we use the Winkler method and we have to fix the oxygen from the which is there in the water medium. We have to fix the oxygen by doing some reaction. Here also nitrogen, when we want to use the nitrogen, then we have to fix the nitrogen. That means we have to have the combined state of nitrogen, combined form of nitrogen, and from 0 state to any combined state if we can bring, then we will tell it that it is nitrogen fixation. We have seen that nitrogen, nitrogen long time back usually for the plant growth we need the nitrate or ammonia. We have seen that the fertilizers, ammonia fertilizers are there. So, for the plants to grow we need some combined form of nitrogen, that means some nitrogen compounds. And before the 18th century we were mainly dependent on the say animal waste, okay, and many minerals, say for example saltpeter, chili saltpeter, nitrate. So, those things are used for the plant growth. But during the late 18th century, when the continuous population growth occurred in Europe, then you know that increased yield of food or crop was required. So, that was not sufficient. What we are getting from natural sources, say for example some waste product of animals or some minerals, that was not sufficient to get the enough food. We need more food or more crop to grow, and that time it was a crying need. So, that time 1898 Sir William Crookes addressed the British Association that a fixation of atmospheric nitrogen is necessary. We have nitrogen, enough nitrogen in the atmosphere, but that is in zero state, and that is not much use to the plants. So, what we need, we have to have some methods by which we can fix the nitrogen for growing the plants and for to make the food for the crops. And you know, when something is so much important, then what happens? Then a lot of scientists and lot of people, they start research to make it a success, to produce in this case to fix the nitrogen, okay. And then you see that within 10 years of this prediction, 3 industrial methods were developed for fixing the atmospheric nitrogen. 3 methods. What are the 3 methods? Electric arc process, cyanamide process, Haber-Bosch process. Haber-Bosch process, I told in my earlier lectures that what is Haber-Bosch process, and this is a very good example of nitrogen fixation. Still it is in use to make the fertilizers, and these methods I will show you how we can fix the nitrogen by using these 2 methods. Electric arc process, Cavendish actually he first observed that when nitrogen and oxygen are mixed together and electric arc is passed through that, then the temperature generated is very high. Then what will happen, that nitrogen and oxygen will combine to form NO. So, this method was suggested by Cavendish in 1780s, and now after so many years you know that method was utilized to form the some combined state of nitrogen, that is the nitric acid here. So, what happened, nitrogen and oxygen at high temperature through this process. So, they combine to form the nitric oxide, and then nitric oxide in presence of oxygen it forms the nitrogen dioxide, and nitrogen dioxide it is actually anhydride of some acids of nitrogen. And I have not written the complete equation, but just to briefly to say that NO2 upon reaction with water it forms the nitric acid. But you can see here this is a very costly process, okay, to generate such a high temperature by electric arc, it is very costly thing. And second process, cyanamide process, you can see here that calcium oxide solid plus carbon, when it is also at high temperature, you can see it forms the calcium carbide and carbon monoxide, and this calcium carbide when reacts with nitrogen, you can see here nitrogen in zero state it is coming to nitrate, okay. So, it is some type of fixation. Here also you can see that nitrogen when reacts with calcium carbide it forms the calcium cyanamide, and then this calcium cyanamide when reacts with water, then you see that calcium hydroxide, carbon dioxide and ammonia is produced. So, you can see here that nitrogen is coming here as is converted to ammonia. So, this is also a process by which nitrogen is fixed. This method is also costly because here also high temperature is required. Next, Haber-Bosch process, this I have explained already, and you have seen that it is done at very high pressure, 200 atmosphere pressure and 550 degrees centigrade, and in presence of catalyst, finely divided iron as catalyst. Sometimes molybdenum is used as a promoter. This process is also very is not energy efficient process, but this process was so much useful and so much important at that time that Haber got the Nobel Prize. That also I discussed. The yield is also very low here, and there are a lot of processes have been tried to increase the yield, but still you see this process got the Nobel Prize. Still it is a challenge how you can fix the nitrogen. Still it is a challenge. Why? Because we always need nitrogen for plant growth and for our food to grow, you know. So, this is very important still today. Now, nitrogen fixation, you can see here that there are many methods. Actually, what we have seen that nitrogen in the electric arc process, that combination of nitrogen and oxygen to form the nitric oxide, it is happening in the atmosphere. It is happening why? When there is thunderstorm, there is lightning, then you know in the atmosphere there is always nitrogen and oxygen. So, they combine automatically to form the NO, and then NO in presence of oxygen here in the atmosphere, it forms NO2, and when the rain comes, then water is coming there. So, it is dissolved and then it forms the nitrate. So, you can see here that nitrate can go here in the soil, or it can ultimately it can go to the groundwater, or it can be it can go to any river water, pond water as a runoff. So, this in the natural process, this is the atmospheric fixation. It is going on all the time. Okay. Now, there is the industrial fixation that I also discussed, like electric arc process, Haber process. Those are industrial fixation. Now, biological fixation. What is biological fixation? You know that there are many plants where, say for example, peas. Okay, they are in the, if you notice in the nodule, there in the root there are some nodules, okay, where some microorganisms grow. Okay, when these microorganisms, the speciality of the microorganisms is that they can fix the nitrogen from the atmosphere. It is type of symbiosis, it is called symbiosis, that means given and taken policy. So, it is fixing the nitrogen, it is converting the nitrogen to some combined form, and that combined form of nitrogen is taken up by the plant, who has given the microorganism shelter in their roots, in the nodules. Okay. So, this is biological fixation. We can see that I already told you that nitrogen is a very stable molecule. So, breaking the bond is that nitrogen triple bond is very difficult, but you can see here that in nature it is going on so smoothly. The microorganisms can do it in very mild way. This is nature, okay. And then you can see that this it is coming to as ammonia, and then here you can see that this from ammonia it can be oxidized to nitrite, or it can further oxidize to nitrate. These are also carried out by some microorganisms, say for example Nitrosomonas, Nitrobacter group of microorganisms. And then you can see that nitrate is here you can see that nitrate reduction through nitrate reduction, or even the nitrate in the soil, that can be taken up by the animals plants, first plants, and then plants, we eat plants, we eat the fruits, the crops, all those things. So, it goes to animal, and then from animal as a waste product it can go here, or sometimes the plants when they die, then they come to the again the soil, and then they are the, say for example, the protein molecules, they are degraded to ammonia, again from ammonia you see that same way it is coming here. So, this is some type of cycle. Sometimes the nitrate upon reduction you can see that this is some forms of oxides it can produce, and then this step is called denitrification, and then it can go to the atmospheric nitrogen in the atmosphere, and it forms the cycle. So, these are the different processes going on in the nature. Now, why nitrogen is so much interesting? Because you know from the periodic table that nitrogen is belongs to group 5, and then the highest oxidation state is 5. You see that here nitrogen in ammonia it is -3 oxidation state, in nitrogen it is 0, it has so many oxidation state. In N2O it is 1 +1, then NO this is +2, then N2O3 +3 +4 +5. So, this is the highest oxidation state. So, it has several oxidation state. These are all written as oxides, but it can be, say for example, here nitrous acid, nitric acid, nitrite, nitrate, here nitrate, and nitrite here. So, these are the different forms of nitrogen that it can exist. So, it is a very interesting chemistry, it gives a very interesting chemistry. But in the aquatic system you know that organic derivatives which are also decomposed, say for example, protein molecules they can decompose to produce ammonia, and then nitrogen, it is also in the aquatic system. I told you that nitrogen can be dissolved in water, so it is in 0 state, and then nitrite, nitrate also can be formed, and they are present in aquatic systems. Some other forms they are not very common, like this +2 state or +4 state, they are not very common. Now, we can see here nitrate how they are converted. Nitrate you see in presence of carbon dioxide, green plants, and the light, you know, it can form protein. Then this is the rhizobium group of bacteria that I told you just now, microorganisms that can fix the nitrogen directly to form protein. Then here ammonia also can be converted to protein. Urea can form, urea comes as the waste product of animals, okay, and then it can by the action of urease it can form the ammonium carbonate. Now, protein, you know, it is a very complex molecule, so it can be degraded by microorganisms to form the ammonia or ammonium ion by the action of bacteria, okay. So, these are the different things that going on in the nature with nitrogen compounds, okay, very interesting chemistry. Now, nitrogen cycle, this nitrification, you know, nitrification and denitrification. Nitrification, you have you can tell that when ammonia in presence of oxygen forms nitrite, okay. This is by some special group of bacteria which is Nitrosomonas bacteria, okay, and the next step the nitrites can be oxidized again to form nitrates. This is Nitrobacter group of bacteria. This process is called nitrification. You have seen in the BOD determination, we always do the 5-day BOD. 5-day BOD because but why we do the 5-day BOD? Why not 7-day BOD? Why not 10-day BOD? Okay, because after 5 day the bacteria nitrogen, this type of bacteria they oxidize the nitrogenous compounds like ammonia. Okay, so ammonia is oxidized by the oxygen there, and it is called the NBOD. Up to 5-day it is CBOD. So it is the conversion of carbon that is present in the organic molecules to carbon dioxide. After that, the nitrogen containing compounds also, that nitrogen containing compounds they also take part in this type of reactions to form the nitrites and nitrates. Okay. So that means this oxygen, this is the dissolved oxygen that is present in water. Okay. So it is giving to NBOD. So this is the thing that is happening, and it is called nitrification. But what is denitrification? In presence of it is also done by some type of bacteria, and it is the denitrifying bacteria. Okay, what is happening? Denitrifying bacteria, due to this type of bacteria, nitrates are converted to nitrogen, or this is reduction. You see that in nitrogen, what is the oxidation state? It is a 0 state. And in ammonia, what is the oxidation state? It is minus 3 states. And in the denitrification, you can see the opposite process is going on. So here it is, say for example, NO2 minus, it is, say, oxidation state is of nitrogen is plus 3, here it is plus 5. So plus 3 it is going to 0, or plus 5 it is going to 0. So this is the reduction. So denitrification means a reduction process, and nitrification means oxidation process. And under some special atmosphere it happens. Okay, oxidizing atmosphere, this thing can happen, and reducing atmosphere, this thing can happen. Those are dealing with the environmental engineering, they all know this type of processes very well. Okay, the treatment processes of wastewater, how we deal with it. So it is very familiar to them. But this is the mechanism, or this is the means briefly I can tell that these things are happening. Now nitrogen cycle, nitrogen fixation, I told you what is nitrogen fixation. Now nitrogen cycle, it is a similar thing shown in a different way. You can see that at this atmospheric nitrogen, and then this is the chemical and atmospheric synthesis of nitrate, that you can see that by lightning it can happen, nitrogen and oxygen combine, and then water is coming, so it is forming the nitrites. Then it is it is forming the nitrate, and then this denitrification can happen to form again some atmospheric nitrogen is produced through the denitrification. Now here you can see this side, that nitrogen fixation by microorganisms, that biological fixation. You know, sometimes in the villages, what we use, in between two main crops we grow the peas. Okay, why? Because you know that there are some this type of bacteria present in the roots. So when those plants die, then it is automatically mixed in the soil, and then the soil becomes more rich in nitrogen. So it is green manure type. So automatically it is nitrogen rich, it is becoming. So many people do this type of cultivation between two crops in the villages, I have seen. Now when this type of nitrogen fixing bacteria, they are present in the plants, so it is the biological fixation. And nitrogen in organic matter, we all know that it is present as, say for example, in amines it can form, or amino acids, it can be present as amino group, and then when it is decayed by microorganisms, they form the ammonia or ammonium ion. Now from ammonia or ammonium ion, it can form nitrites, like I told already, that Nitrosomonas bacteria, and finally by Nitrobacter group of bacteria it can form the nitrate. And again, these from the nitrates or from the nitrites, I told you that through denitrification it can go back to the atmospheric nitrogen. So, basically it is a cycle. There are different forms, you can see different oxidation states and different processes are going on to carry out this type of processes. Some are naturally occurring in the atmosphere and some are naturally occurring by the microorganisms and like this. So, you can see here very interesting chemistry for nitrogen, which is also very important for our daily lives. Now, the references for this nitrogen cycle or nitrogen fixation you can get from any books that is there, but these two books I can prescribe. It is very good book. So, this book you already know, that Chemistry of Science of Change. I already referred for my previous lectures, and this book, the Shawar-McCarthy book, this is also I referred in my earlier lectures, Chemistry for Environmental Engineering. You can read from these two books. Now, in this lecture, this is the conclusion. So, in this lecture I have discussed about the nitrogen. Nitrogen, you know that it has great practical importance and it has a varied and interesting chemistry. Nitrogen exhibits a range of oxidation states from -3 to +5. It is essential for life and to our daily food. In this lecture, the nitrogen chemistry and nitrogen cycle is discussed and nitrogen fixation is elaborated. Thank you so much.